Hello everyone and welcome to another Blindfold Banlist challenge. This time, it's live. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm ready to look like a complete bozo. And today I am being assisted by the one and only, the helpful, previous channel collaborator, Terrio Frost. Terrio, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. You can hardly find people who are available to randomly be on stream for like 20 minutes to talk about banlist stuff in the middle of a Tuesday. And Terrio delivered. So once again, a big round of applause for joining us today. And now it's time to move on to the main event, watching me readjust this stupid hoodie for the next entire how long ever this takes. I forgot the blindfold at home. I was ill prepared for the Tuesday ban list. So for those of you who aren't aware, this is how the blindfold ban list challenge works. Terrio has the real list in front of him right now. But he has taken into account submissions that were sent via the Discord earlier today. He has threaded those together, and he's going to proceed through the ban list, card at a time, telling me what the changes are. It is my job to determine which of those are true and which of them are false, and I'll give my reasonings as is. If I get it right, I get a point. If I get it wrong, I lose, and we will figure out a thing that will happen if I'm not able to make a 50% correct guessing rate. But we won't have to because my track record has been incredible so far. I don't think I've ever lost one of these things, and I'm ready to continue the W. Terrio, are you ready to start this off?
I am ready as I'll ever be.
Alrighty. Let's start. What is the first card on the forbidden, new change on the forbidden list? What do we got on there?
So, first up on Forbidden, we have Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon.
Ooh, okay, that's been a controversial one for a while. I think it's had its time in the sun. I think Auroradon has enabled really annoying synchro combos, whence they should never have had. I would be very comfortable with it off the list, and I believe it's time, so I'm gonna agree with that one.
The second one we have is Artifact Scythe.
Oh, yeah, that is a super annoying one. I'm going to agree here. I think that it's about time we got rid of that thing. I'm gonna say that Artifact Scythe is gonna be banned. It's very highly enabled right now by things like DPE. And I just think DPE right now. I'm sure there's other things, like some people set up Tornado Dragon, but it's far too easy to just shut off the extra deck for free through Dagda, so I am definitely down for getting that thing banned. So I'm going to agree with that as well.
Next up is Wandering Griffin Rider.
Oh, okay, that's a rough one. So when one thinks of the adventure engine, the two big payoffs that you get off of it are the Dracoback and the Wandering Griffin Rider. And of the two, the Griffin Rider is much more powerful. The Dracoback obviously lets you get through boards, but it's a lot more stoppable and dealable with than the Griffin Rider. Do they want to kill the entire thing like that, or do they want to lower consistency? I am going to go on a limb here and say that this is false. This is they're banking on my being tired of the adventure engine, which I'm not, because Plunder Adventure is an amazing fun deck. So I think that the Wandering Griffin Rider banning is incorrect.
The next one, and the last forbidden one, is Predaplant Verte Anaconda.
Oh man, yeah, this one this is one that people have been clamoring for ages upon ages now. I think if they're going to go so far as to knock out Auroradon to stop things like big Barone Borreload Savage plays out of nowhere, it really behooves them to get rid of Verte Anaconda too, even though I don't want to see that happen. I'm a staunch defender of we should ban the problem fusions and then just stop printing the problem fusions rather than taking away a cool card from Predaplants and other fusion decks that really do need the help on that one. But we live in the card game that exists, not the fantasy one that lives in my brain meat. So I agree. I think Verte Anaconda is also banned.
So now we are going on to the limited. And we are starting with Jet Synchron at 1.
Okay, this actually leads into the Auroradon thing. So the issue with Halqifibrax not being forbidden on this list, if that's correct, they only stopped Auroradon. You can't Halk into a machine tuner and then make the Auroradon combo work. I guess this would also mean, like, well, Despot 1 wouldn't matter because we're already banning Auroradon. It means that we get a free tuner. We can still make Link 3s, but that Link 3 can't be Auroradon. I think it's a little risky, but I'm going to agree on this one. I think this is a real pick. I think Jet Synchron is coming up to 1.
Okay. Next up, we have Glow Up Bulb.
This is similar to the Jet Synchron thing. I can't rightfully say that one is true and the other is false, so I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. I think Glow Up Bulb is coming back for the same reason Jet Synchron is coming back.
Okay. Next up is Performapal Monkey Board.
Oh man. Okay, so they have been slowly removing a bunch of Pendulum enablers these past few sets. Skullcrobat Joker has slowly been coming off the list. Are they gonna go so far as to give you access to monkey boards, though, is the question. Because it's essentially just a one-card complete scale, if I remember how it works correctly. This is one that I am going to say is true because of previous lists, and I hope that that is was good enough reasoning to get me a point on this.
Up next is the Tyrant Neptune.
Boy, that's never coming off the list. The Tyrant Neptune is linked with a whole bunch of other wacky cards that cause strange OTK stuff. I don't think it's possible for that to come off the list, so I think that's a lie. That is not true.
Red Rose Dragon is the next one.
To 1. That's...
Rose Dragon to 1, yeah.
That's interesting. I know the Rose Dragons are seeing a lot of play in, like, Dragon Link, but it feels like that's a really weird pick for it to lower the power level of the deck. I'm gonna call falsies on this one. I don't think this one's true.
The next one is Yata Garasu.
Yata, oh my god. Okay, so Konami's been afraid to put Yatagarasu off the list for a whole bunch of years now. For anyone who has watched the MBT Moron Banlist tournament, you'll know that there's no reason for it to be on the list, because the ways to summon it profitably, the way you could Yata-lock it beforehand, just aren't happening. But I don't see Konami even allowing that to be a possibility, so I think that's a lie as well.
Next one is Crystron Halqifibrax at 1.
Well, Halkit 1 is effectively Halkit. It's currently unlimited, I have to imagine it is. What are some other dumb things that they've done that this sounds like? Like, they've done something like this before, where they limited an extra deck monster and it had no effect on gameplay. I am going to say that because they're bringing the tuners back to 1, they're attempting to limit it just to dissuade long-term using that, like, loop over and over again. So, sure, Halkit 1. I'll go along with that.
Okay. Next up is Shooting Riser Dragon at 1.
Ooh, okay, that is another interesting, like, synchro line enabler, but I don't feel like that was ever a problem card. Uh, if anything, it's been really healthy for the format because it dumps things like Token Generator, which keeps people, from just getting free negates off the Adventure Engine. I don't see it being a very broken card. I think this is a fake.
Next up is Change of Heart being limited.
Okay, yeah, sure. Hey, the whatever format it was where Snatch Steal was legal, yeah, it's calling. It says it wants its bit back. Yeah, no, that's not true.
Okay. Then the last limited is Time Seal.
This is kind of the same thing as Yatagarasu, right? Like, there's the potential for it to do some really busted stuff. It requires a very specific situation for that to happen. There's not an overall reason why it should remain banned, but Konami just doesn't do that. So I think that's also a fake change as well.
Okay. Next up, the semi-limited. First we got Dynamite Knight, the true Draco fighter.
Yeah, I think that's true. If I remember correctly, Dynamite Knight came to 1 on the last list, and it's just one of those things where they're slowly reintroducing true Dracos back into the format like they were doing with Pendulums. So I will agree that that is true. I think that's a real semi-limit.
Okay. The next card is Cyber Angel Ben 10.
Ooh, okay, so that was limited. If not, I think it was the set before last, but they did hit Ben 10 to 1. They also hit, like, they've been doing a lot of hits to Drytron these past few lists. And I think that, Ben 10 is a really strong one. This is a rough one because I feel like it should come back because I want it to. But at the same time, that does just re-enable a whole bunch of silly Drytron stuff. I think that is a fake change. I don't think they're bringing back Ben 10 so soon.
Okay. Next up is Monster Reborn.
Well, Monster... Oh, they're increasing the number from 1 to 2. That is... That's rough, because Monster Reborn is largely unplayed nowadays, and I feel like it only really matters to people playing that, like, really specific god card support that lets you use Monster Reborn to summon back, like, the gods. They did just print a trap card that lets you send Monster Reborn from deck to grave to act as Monster Reborn. You know what? Raigeki's at 3, right? They played that. Let's go ahead and say that's true. They're bringing back all the old, powerful spell cards. Why not Monster Reborn, right? Let's tack that on the list.
Okay. Next up is Fire Formation Tanky at 2.
Ooh, boy. This is kind of in the same vein as Ben 10, and we haven't even, like, fake or no, we haven't heard any rumblings about changes to Tri-Brigade or... I guess Tri-Brigade is really the only thing. I guess the hit to Sovereignty Cymorg last list does kind of... I don't know if I would say put the nails in the coffin of that deck, but it certainly takes away one of their big installation plays. Giving them more searchability... I think Tenki... I'm going to say yes, but not because I think it's, like, it makes logical sense. I want Tenki back as many copies as possible for my sweet little Bujin babies. So yeah, let's go with... I will say that is a true change.
Okay, that's fair. Next up is Pot of Desires.
Back to... So that was at 1, and now they're bringing it back to 2. That is a change that I don't think Konami is doing so soon. They did it to curb the consistency of all these really high-powered decks, and I don't think that has, like, the environment around those decks have changed enough to bring Desires back. As much as I'm sure all the Grand Maju players would love it, I think that Desires change is fake.
Next up is Trickstar Light Stage.
Oh boy, I don't remember if it was at one beforehand, but I think that Light Stage, we are currently past the point where cards that make easy Link 2s should be banned because the general power level is way beyond that. So regardless if it is at 1 right now or if it's somehow making a leap from 0 to 2, I am going to agree that that's a real change. I think it's time that came off the list.
Okay, okay. Then the final semi-limited is Wall of Revealing Light.
I'm gonna say no, just because I don't think Konami even cares about that card wherever it's at on the list. I just don't think it was even on anyone's radar, so I think that's a fake change.
Okay. And on to the Unlimited. First up, we got Knight Assailant.
Knight Assailant, I feel like that was at 2 last. I'm gonna say no just in case. I feel like that's another one of the things where Konami's just too scared to put that any higher copy than it's already at. So I think the Knight Assailant to 3 is a fake change.
Okay. Next up, Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier.
I think that's another thing they've slowly been taking off the list, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I think it makes sense that Trishula finally goes back to 3. Read here, all the hand looping water is currently capable of doing, but doesn't do because the format doesn't care about stuff like that. So I think that's real.
Okay, okay. Up next, Salamon Great, Mirage Stalio.
Similar change to Trishula. Salamon Great have had their time in the sun a long time ago. They got a ton of hits to deal with their resiliency, but now that they are on a bit more of an even playing field with the rest of the meta, it's about time they get all their cards back, so I think Stalio is coming back to 3 this list.
Okay. A Hero Lives.
Oh, I forget. Did this get boosted last list too? I'm gonna use my faulty memory to do it. This is the same thing as Trish and Mirage Stalio. We're just bringing cards back to 3 that were previously coming up at 2.
Okay. Salamon Great Circle.
Same as Mirage Stalio. Salamon Greats are just getting their cards back, and more power to them.
Okay. Scapegoat.
Okay, now I am certain Scapegoat came to 2 on the last list, and there's just better, like, link spamming tools out there than what it used to be at the beginning, where you could just, like, afford to run copies of Scapegoat and play it in such a way that you get huge value out of it. Decks are developed enough where they would rather just use their own engines, so I believe the Scapegoat change is real.
Okay, then the very last one, Red Reboot.
I don't think I've been very harsh on these Unlimit picks, so I'm gonna try saying no on Red Reboot. While I love having 3 Red Reboot because I despise trap card decks with a passion, it does limit the kinds of card design you can do whenever any deck can side in a silver bullet like Red Reboot to take control of a board state. So I think that is a fake change. It is, I believe, still at 1. I think that's no change on Red Reboot.
Okay.
All right, that's it?
That was all of them.
Oh, thank God. Hoodie was murder on my eyeballs. Oh, the lights are so bright. All right, let me pull up this list here real quick. Oh no, I pulled up Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization and Yatagarasu was the cover card. Oh no. Okay, Auroradon, I got that right. That is banned. No, Meow Meow is banned.
Yeah, dog.
No. Oh, I'm so no. Well, okay. I guess I'm glad that was like not the version of Adventure that I was playing. So, oh, that hurts so bad though. I love Prank Kids.
You don't know how many times I face prank kids at my locals. Like, they're a menace.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about them anymore. Without a Link 1 to get them onto the board, they have a lot harder time actually setting up. So, rip prank kids, I guess. Yada... I can't... Okay, cool. No! No! What? Change of heart! No! This is a... This is...
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, that was wild.
We did the Snatch Steal format! What? Thank you, Terrio, for coming on and joining me on this wild ride. I am not looking forward to seeing where the competitive scene goes from here. There's got to be some stupid stuff people are gonna do with change of heart. Is there anywhere that people can find you, Terrio, that you would like them to follow up with you at?
You can find me on YouTube at Tario Frost, just the same name. I upload fairly regularly, and if you want updates on when I upload a video, you can follow me on Twitter at Tario Frost.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you all so much for stopping by. This was just a little stream to do this live so everyone can see the process. I need to go back to recording Friday's episode, so I'll see all of you Wednesday for the next Chaos Draft polls. And just in case, Terry, do you have any last things to say to the audience before we head out?
This ban list was wild.
Yeah, I am... Whoa. Whoa. Okay, see all you next time. Bye-bye.